Welcome to ZKast, everyone. I'm ZS Caravallo from ZK Research, and I'm here for another ZKast. I'm joined today by Smita Hashim, who's the Chief Product Officer at Zoom. And we're going to be talking AI, obviously, since that's all anybody talks about now. Before we get going, though, Smita, do you want to just give a quick introduction to yourself?
Thank you, Zeus. Great to be here. My name is Smita Hashim. I'm the Chief Product Officer at Zoom. I've been at Zoom for just about 6-7 months now, loving my time here. And before that, a lot of work across a variety of products, but a lot on hybrid work and video communications.
Yeah, I can't believe it's already been 6 months. It seems like you just started there. So congratulations on the role there. This is AI is an interesting topic. Obviously, it's all anybody seems to talk about today. Before that, though, let's just talk about the state of work today. So what are you hearing from your customers? I think we went through this interesting kind of phase in time where, with the pandemic, people started working from home. Companies like Zoom stepped up and rolled out some great digital tools to allow us to maintain what I call digital proximity, even though we're socially separated, right? But that's created some new problems in the workforce. So what are customers struggling with today under the guise of digital work?
Yeah. No, great question, Zoe. So the way we all worked and the way we all connected changed so much in the last few years. I love the phrase digital proximity. I think that describes it really well. But digital proximity, as everyone has, as the world has moved on now, in the hybrid world, where some people are in office and some are remote and very distributed teams, because all of us have higher talent, great talent, in many different places. Hybrid work is very challenging for a lot of our customers. That's what we are hearing. If you have some employees in the office, some who are fully remote, some who are distributed, how do you keep the teams connected? And also, how do you effectively connect to your customers whose expectations have evolved a lot on how to best connect with the providers who are serving them?
Yeah, I think the other big challenge I hear is just customers trying to manage work, right? I read somewhere that people spend 40% of their time managing work versus doing work. And what I mean by that is, the whole toggle tax thing that we talk about, switching between apps. There's so much data being generated today. I mean, just look at the Zoom platform, how much information you have on people's activities, what they do, when they work, when they don't work. Trying to make sense of that is without, manually, or when you think about traditional work styles, is nearly impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think it's really challenging. I think we call this the toggle tax. You're switching between so many applications. You're trying to aggregate this data. So this work about work takes, I think, up to 40-60% of people's time. And that is a lot of overhead. So companies really want to get ahead of that. And it's that somewhere, like as Zoom, of course, we want to really help them as well. So we have been really evolving a platform so it becomes their collaboration platform.
Yeah, I know. And so people have now looked for AI to, at least with some hope that it could help them in this area. The term artificial intelligence, I think, is an interesting one, because companies like Zoom have been working with AI for, the better part of a decade, right? But it wasn't until last year or earlier this year, I guess, when generative AI kind of burst on the scene that now it's become the panacea that's going to solve all world problems, right? But it isn't that. So when you think of all the things that AI can do, what are your customers telling you? What do they want AI to help them with in the short term to help them do their jobs?
Yeah, I feel like I do think generative AI is, it's really exciting for all of us, right? We see it, we see the capabilities. They're not perfect, but they're really quite amazing. So when we talk to our customers, first of all, they very much want to use generative AI within their organizations, but they want to use it in ways that is really responsible, that is easy for them to deploy. They want to retain control. They want to retain choices. And they really want generative AI to help their users, their employees do better work, to spend more time on actually doing real work rather than on the overhead, which the employees and their teams have to spend so much time on right now. But how to do that in this really hyped up world of generative AI is a challenge our customers are struggling with.
Yeah, I've thought about the role of AI as being somewhat of if you think of top executives, right? They often have an admin that's whispering things in their ear all the time, right? If everybody had that, admin maybe wouldn't need AI. But I think of the of AI being able to do that, being able to tell us what we need to know when we need to know it, so we're not always having to go back and look at things historically and try and keep track of stuff in our head.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say, and so on that topic, that I think was the premise behind Zoom AI Companion. And so you just announced this, the new product, Zoom AI Companion. Can you talk about what exactly you announced, what it is, and how it works?
Yeah, absolutely. So I love the analogy which you gave, Zeus, on an executive having someone who is whispering in their ears, but the executive still exercises their own discretion and then makes the calls. Right. So, right, and that is how we have to treat generative AI. But yeah, we had a pretty exciting announcement last week, last week. Time moves in different ways. So we announced a Zoom AI Companion. So Zoom AI Companion is a generative AI assistant, and this generative AI assistant is going to work across the Zoom platform. So we announced several capabilities which are available now. Things like Zoom AI Companion can summarize your meeting for you, so you don't have to take meeting notes anymore. You are in the meeting and you lose attention for a few minutes, or you arrive late. You can ask Zoom AI Companion, what has happened so far? Was my name mentioned? What are some of the top topics that are being discussed? We have had smart recordings, but we are infusing them with generative AI. After recording, you don't want to watch the whole recording. You would rather see chapters and summaries and scan through it. Or a Zoom Team Chat, which is becoming increasingly popular. We announced Zoom Team Chat Compose. So this is that, you want to write up a message quickly, you can give it a few instructions, and then it'll generate message for you. You can change the tone, longer, shorter, professional, casual. So really fun way to play with it as well. We announced these capabilities, but we also announced a lot more capabilities are coming across the Zoom platform for meetings, for chat, for email, for whiteboard. So we announced all of that in terms of the capabilities, and it's going to be embedded right within where the Zoom user interface is. So it should be very easy for the users to use it.
Is a good way for me to think about this then. Over the last few years, you and your counterparts have done a pretty good job of the in-meeting experience, right? We have virtual backgrounds now, we have automatic noise cancellation, things like that. But when you think of a meeting, there is a life cycle to it. There's stuff that happens before a meeting, there's stuff that happens during the meeting, and there's stuff that happens after the meeting. And like I said, we've done a pretty good job of the stuff that happens during the meeting. But now what Zoom AI Companion does is it helps us with the pre and post meeting tasks.
Yeah. And it pre and post, but also within meeting, like we talked about, do you want to spend your time thinking about writing notes or really focused on the conversation? So something like meeting summary comes in where your AI Companion will take notes for you, so you can fully participate in the creative conversation that is happening. Or, do you want to spend time saying, hey, sorry, folks, I joined a few minutes late. Can someone recap for me what happened? Or you can quickly ask AI Companion what happened. And, in big meetings, 5 people do this, and that's half of the meeting. So I feel like even within the meetings, it makes the teams hopefully a lot more efficient and individuals a lot more efficient and productive. But then, of course, post-meeting, it becomes better, as well. So.
And I really, from a personal note, I really like the meeting notes because I tend to transcribe every meeting I have, but then I got to go back and highlight all the things that I like in it. But the idea here is that we do that automatically, correct? That I no more having to go back and look through the transcript.
We do it automatically, of course. Like, keep in mind that you should still read it, and then if you want more, you have your smart recording with chapters. So we are really trying to help users be more efficient in teams.
Yeah. Now, one of the things I noticed too in your press release is that Zoom AI Companion is actually free as part of the Zoom platform, which is a stark juxtaposition from say Google, Microsoft, or companies like that, where they're charging $30 to $40 per user per month, right? So that those dollar signs add up pretty quickly. Why did Zoom choose to make it free?
Yeah, I feel like so I think first of all, just from a user perspective, One thing I would say, I worked in many different companies. The amount of love customers have for Zoom is really amazing to see. It's very gratifying for us to see. And I believe Zoom as a company, we really care about our customers. We try to do what is right for them. So as generative AI is coming and it's able to enhance what users can do, what employees can do, what teams can do, it just felt wrong. It just felt wrong that we will say, hey, use the platform, then pay us additional $30 on top of it because now, hey, you're using a platform. Also remember, Zoom is a platform of choice. It's not a bundled platform. It's a platform of choice. So we really wanted all of our customers, anyone with a paid license, to be able to have these capabilities so they could empower their teams, they could empower their users. So that is really where we came from. And you're right, it is a strong contrast to what we have seen from other providers, but we absolutely believe it's the right thing to do. And we are getting our customers, when we have talked to them, we're so worried also about the cost of how will they even afford this. But with Zoom, we are really just bringing it to them at no additional cost.
Yeah, so you're not trying to bring AI then to a select few. You want it to be democratized and something everybody uses, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. That's how it should be. I mean, it's like virtual background should be for everyone. Like, why would we filter those out? These are key capabilities. You do need a paid license, but anyone with a paid license will be able to get these capabilities. So yeah. And
now I want to go ahead.
Yeah, I do want to call out that the approach which we took to AI is quite unique. We take a
I wanted to ask about that because at your analyst summit, Zoom Perspectives, just a couple of months ago, that question came up a lot, right? How is your approach to AI different? And the term federated kept coming up. We heard over and over, you take a federated approach to AI. So explain what that means. What is the federated approach to AI?
Yeah, and so you mentioned that Zoom has done so much work in AI already. So we do have a very strong innovation team on AI in-house. So when we think about the federated approach, and we also saw how fast the whole large language model landscape was changing, the approach which we which we are taking from day one as we went to the generative AI solution is our federated approach dynamically combines. It combines Zoom's own large language model along with models. It also dynamically optimizes across models of leading providers. So we have partnerships with OpenAI, we have partnership with Anthropic, we have partnership with Meta, Llama 2. So we are dynamically optimizing along with the Zoom LLM as part of this federated approach. This is what we call a federated approach. It helps us be cost effective, but it also gives our customers the peace of mind that we are innovating on their behalf across this dynamic, very dynamically moving large language model landscape.
So what does that approach let you do then? I mean, and so talk about the benefits then. If I choose one model, now I'm tied into that. But then if there's innovation with another one, switching would be very difficult without that federated approach. Is that correct?
That is correct. Switching will be difficult, but we don't think of switch as just a hard switch. It's also a dynamic optimization. So there's a lot of engineering innovation happening. But yes, like if I'm a customer, I don't want to be locked to one model as part of my solution when the whole landscape is evolving so fast. So through this dynamic optimization, our engineering teams are doing that on behalf of the customer to give them the best possible solution.
Yeah, I actually talked to a data scientist about a month ago about this very topic, and he was telling me that the landscape is changing very fast and they don't really know where to put their resources because there are so many large language models. Some are better at video, some better at voice, some better at emotion, some better at sentiment. And the assumption was we would eventually coalesce down to a couple, but trying to determine what that is today is nearly impossible. So I think that protects your customers, correct?
Yeah, it protects our customer. And sometimes a smaller model may be good, sometimes a larger model. So it really gives that flexibility in optimization.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that always comes up whenever AI is talked about is privacy, right? And vendors having to be responsible in their AI in their AI innovation. And I know Zoom has a whole responsible AI practice. So can you talk about that? How can customers make sure that when they use the Zoom platform, their data is protected?
Yeah. So from a Zoom point of view, we understand. I mean, from customers, it's top of their mind. What they want to make sure their data stays their data. With generative AI, especially with generative AI, there's a lot of unknowns on how model trainings take place. But from our point of view, we have taken a very, very clear position. We have said Zoom does not use any of your video, audio, chats, any data used in conversations, whiteboards, anything which is connected to it, we are not going to use for training, either our model or, of course, for third-party models. We think this position is absolutely critical that we took it. And if you think about it, a lot of the calls, I mean, communication is a multi-party, it's a multi-party activity, right? So even if a customer gives us permission, the other customer who is joining the call may be uncomfortable. So with this really clear position, Zoom has always been about simplicity and giving our customers confidence. We hope they can use AI Companion with complete peace of mind and knowing that their data is not going to be touched in any way.
All right. And then, so if the customer has to opt in and allow you to use the data, how much data do you need to train your models? Can you do it?
We are not even asking customers to opt in to give us the data right now. So we are not. So we are saying we will not use your data. Of course, that still means, we have to use whatever is in the public domain or generate test sets. That's fine. But, from a customer point of view, we have just made it that no, we are not even asking for your data to train it. So keep it simple.
All right. And so I guess last question on Zoom AI Companion here. You did release a number of features. Can you talk about what's coming next?
Yeah. So very soon we are launching chat thread summarization. So, you go for a cup of coffee, there's 100 chat messages. So it'll be able to solve for that. We have our email compose coming out very soon. We have whiteboard generation, so that empty whiteboard which is staring at you, you can give it a few prompts and it will populate a very big whiteboard. It can organize for you. So these are some of the capabilities that are coming very, very soon. And then we also have meeting coach, which can tell you if speaking fast, slow, too many filler words. And Zeus, we have this kind of capabilities in other products. So, so it puts us in a good position to bring those capabilities to a mainstream meetings product as well.
Yeah, actually, I talk what you should be able to do is say you're talking to an East Coast audience, talk faster.
Getting there. And longer term, I mean, we are also not longer term for Zoom at Zoom speed is not that much longer term. Is not just one meeting to be able to summarize across meetings. So you'll be able to say things like what is happening in this account. It'll be able to scan your meetings, chats, anything which users lets us connect and be able to give you those answers as well.
All right. Well, I lied then. I did have a couple more questions. And when you think of, you did mention the term platform when you talked about Zoom. How does AI Companion fit into the larger Zoom platform then? Because the Zoom platform isn't just meetings now, right? It's a much bigger suite.
Yeah. So yes, I mean, Zoom platform has meetings, phone. I mean, about our Zoom team chat. We added whiteboard. We just added video clips. We had Zoom clips. We added notes. So yes, it's a platform scheduler which continues to grow, calendar, email. So first of all, Zoom AI Companion is available across the platform. So you will see that, like, the sparkle icon, wherever you go, you'll be able to call on it to summarize your meeting, to compose a chat, to summarize, generate a whiteboard. The other thing which is that Zoom AI Companion will also be able to work across the content in order to give you answers and summarize answers for you and help you be able to query that. That will be coming next year across the platform. Within each of these surfaces, adding AI capabilities. We have launched several of these, and several of these are coming through AI Companion very, very soon. Which is going to be my plug to come to Zoomtopia. So
yeah. Well, on that topic, I will include a demo or a short demo video in this video. I'll also include the link below. But you did mention Zoomtopia. So Zoomtopia is coming up October 4th and 5th.
Yes, it's coming up very soon. Yes.
Yeah, I'm assuming if people attend Zoomtopia, they'll see Zoom AI Companion there in full force.
They will, absolutely. Yes, we hope I know you're joining us. We hope we'll have many of the audience join us too. But yes, AI Companion will be there in full force, and look forward to
I'll be there, and I'll include the registration link for Zoomtopia in the YouTube description below. Also, if somebody wants to learn more about it now, where can they go to find out more information?
Yeah, just go to our website, Our front page has information on AI Companion. Go over there and you can just connect from there and you can learn a lot more. So connect with us in any way you can. We are here to answer your questions.
All right. Well, Smita Hashim, thank you very much for your time. I really enjoyed the discussion on Zoom AI. While this was the first one we had on Zoom AI Companion, I don't think it'll be the last. So more to come, I'm sure.
Thank you, Suresh. Pleasure to talk as always.
So on behalf of Smita, I'm Zias Karaval from ZK Research saying thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time on another ZKast.